Hi guys, it's Rampant FM. Today we're going to look at Scottish Wonderkids 5 years into the future. I have included some of the better known players that I left out in the previous one. Also some other guys that I feel have done well and warrant a mention. So really we're looking for players that have reached their potential. We'll also be including ones that haven't. I have also turned off attribute masking so you can basically see their full stats. So Kieran Tierney's obviously turned into one of the best players for Scotland. So Oliver Burke is actually at Celtic as well. He's valued just under 11 million. His stats are not totally amazing, but certainly his physicals are pretty decent. Billy Gilmore was one of the younger guys. He's still at Chelsea. Chelsea obviously see a lot of him. His stats are pretty good for a 21-year-old. He has been loaned out a few seasons, so he is getting playing time, and that's probably why Chelsea want to keep a hold of him. Mark Hill unfortunately has been released by Celtic. He had been playing 5 games for the last 4 seasons, so that he's one that's probably not going to reach his potential in game. Harry Souttar has moved to Norwich from Stoke. His mentals are pretty good. Some of his physicals are quite high, but nothing totally to shout about. Aidan Wilson is a part of the Rangers first team. He's been getting games here and there, but other than that his physicals are pretty good. Alan Campbell, still at Motherwell. Some of his stats have improved. His values obviously went up a wee bit, but he's really not reached his potential in terms of how good he could be. Tony Ralston, he had been loaned out to SPL teams the last few seasons, so it'll be interesting to see what Celtic do with him. He is still a fairly decent player, but I'm not sure he'll be at Celtic. Mikey Johnson, unfortunately similar to Mark Hill, didn't get a lot of games, so he's not really reaching his potential. He has been transfer listed by Celtic as well, so it'll be interesting to see if he does. Kieran Freeman is still at Southampton. He's been loaned to Leeds the past few seasons. He is getting more game time and his stats are somewhat decent. Jamie Baronis, he had left Rangers to go to Dundee. His value is 1.2 million. Some of his mentals are really decent. Jack Aitchinson of Celtic became their main striker in the game. At 22-year-old, it's really good. Some of his mental stats and his physical stats are really decent, and he's valued just over 14 million. Harry Cochrane moved to West Ham from Hearts. For a 21-year-old, his stats are pretty good. Lewis Morgan had moved from St Mirren to Hibs, and then he recently moved to Al. Really highly rated in real life, this guy. Scott Wright, he's stayed with Aberdeen. He's valued at 7 million. He's pretty impressive for Aberdeen. His average rating's probably high 7s. And it's the same with Scott McKenna. His mentals are pretty good, and some of his physicals as well. So Chris Cadden's joined Celtic from Motherwell. His mentals are really good, plus his physicals. He's valued just under 14 million. John Souttar, so Harry Souttar's probably higher rated in terms of potential. Hearts have managed to keep on to John Souttar, but his average rating in the league's really decent. That's it guys, hopefully you enjoyed it. I will be making a lot more of these. Obviously FM18 content is what's going to be the main sort of thing on the channel. I will still be doing my FIFA videos obviously, but please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.